Hey everyone, I'm Charlotte, and here is episode 4 Interim Pieces. For those of you who are new here, I'm Charlotte, not really, I'm Catherine, but anyways, I am a digital artist and a writer. So in the previous videos, I had the opportunity to share a bit of my characters and concept art from my upcoming comic series. Today I thought I'd detach from that and show you a few of my favorite pieces. So on screen is a piece that I worked on back in March or April of 2024, I believe. And it's a favorite because it was the first time that I drew eyes with a bit more depth and layer. I think this was also the first time that I had used the blur as a background, and it came out really well because the next time I used the blur, it did not turn out well. I don't think y'all will ever see that piece, but just letting you know. And also the noise, yeah, definitely is the noise. And also this white feature of white lines, thin white lines, that was also newly introduced during that era. But anyways, I was so inspired by the previous piece that I thought, why not draw a detailed eye? Honestly, it made sense to me at that time, and it's still a favorite of mine, as well as a favorite of many people that I know. Although there are different favorites of mine, a lot of people that I show my art to really love this piece. Maybe because the eye is really ethereal, and honestly, God deserves so much credit for that because the detail of the eye is something that I cannot fathom, honestly. The purpose of this piece from my side, I think, was to expand and stretch the boundaries of detail because I'm not too much into it. And so it was a fun little experiment, and I think we tackled that effectively. Anyways, moving forward, this is one of the longest pieces that I've worked upon. Not the longest pieces. Is that right? One of the pieces that I worked the longest upon. Yes, that was the accurate grammatical structure. But anyways, I remember working on it for 3 separate days and mentioning that it took that long while I posted it on Instagram. The purpose of making it with so much of intent and detail was to capture the aesthetic of the reference, because as I mentioned in the previous videos, I really wanted to capture the academia and museum aesthetic of things, and so the reference was really wonderful and it was beautiful. I'm not sure if I did justice to the piece because it ended up way too detailed, and so you can't really focus on one thing, and it kind of feels a little clumsy, but it's progress regardless. And I'm glad that there was something like pieces like these help me to retrospect on what I need to work on and what I need to avoid, and so it helps in analyzing what you like more, right? And in that sense, it's good. It's honestly good that you make mistake and you grow from it. You make mistakes. I am not used to recordings, by the way, and so this is all just really new to me, so bear with me as we get used to this routine of doing voiceovers. But I do have a memorable aspect of this piece because the lighting was really beautiful, and so to a good extent that was captured, and I'm glad. And also the translucent sleeve, that's a technique I hadn't worked on before, so it was new and it was difficult to navigate because it's something you haven't tried upon, right? But it came out well because it doesn't look that shabby, and I'm glad that that came out well. The background is a little messy, definitely, and the perspective is way off, but we learn and we grow, and I'm glad that it exists. So the one on screen is literally my favorite. I know I keep saying this is my favorite for like all my pieces, but this is genuinely a favorite. It's my lock screen and my wallpaper on my drawing tablet, and so I can guarantee that this is a favorite. Let me tell you why. So it has a story to it, right? A very personal story. And so here's the deal. I really like unique colored eyes or any form of light being reflected upon eyes. So considering this, I had a close friend of mine who was sitting down and the evening sun glistened upon their eyes in a very poetic sense. If I had the opportunity to write poetry, I totally would have, but it's a drawing instead. So it was genuinely so pretty that the color scheme registered itself in my mind, and hence this piece was born. It's a piece that records that still in time, and in retrospect, it looks like the girl on screen also resonates with that, and so it's a full circle moment for me. An added bonus to this is the fact that it also reminds me of black coffee because I consume that like way too often, and so the color scheme is also a bit of that. It's a special thing and it's genuinely a full circle moment, and I love this piece so much. Something about the rising sun, the setting sun, all those color palettes are definitely so inspiring. Again, we don't give the maker enough credit because like what? But anyways, that's it for today. I'll see you soon. You can connect with me on my Instagram at Charlotte_Pourquoi. Bye!